Hey, I'm Will.
I'm Maurice.
And I'm Noah. And this is the Crippled Pod.
You are listening to an unsponsored podcast. If you would like to sponsor this podcast, please reach out to us on our Instagram page.
Okay.
What up, white boys?
Oh, what's up?
Where are we at? Oh shit! And we're started.
They're never ready anymore because now we start. As soon as everybody gets here, we start. No more. We don't dick around without you all. We dick with you. So
We dick with you.
I make sure as soon as Maurice got in here, I just pressed go. No chance for conversation outside of this.
I was about to talk about the poop I just had, but
No,
we're gonna keep that off. Yeah, no, we're gonna keep that off.
I'm
the
actually
pod.
good if we
Besides
don't.
that,
I'm good if we don't do that.
hey, okay. You have 18 children and you can't talk about poop.
Oh,
Everybody
listen.
poops. Will.
every interaction I have with defecation is against my will. Just so we're all
Do you poop on accident?
with other people's. That was implied.
Oh, other people's poop.
Jesus Christ!
Okay. Yeah, I was like, oh, I didn't know you had a loose bowel
That was
syndrome.
great. That was great.
LBS.
Yeah, I've got IBS.
That's
Irritable.
irritable bowel syndrome.
Yeah.
Irritable.
Did I know what that was? Like,
I don't know.
Okay,
I
good
have a
minute.
normal GI tract, so I'm not shitting all over like Will.
Weren't you
and
the
then
one giving us?
irritable, like,
Weren't
Yeah.
you the one giving everyone advice on which heartburn medication to take? Because
oh, that's from a hernia. That's not GI tract. Come on, that's
I feel like it's
up
all
here.
connected. It's all connected.
Meh.
It's all
You're
connected
you're
to
reaching.
your asshole, dude. That's
Everything's connected to your asshole.
exactly. Yes.
Anyway, yeah. Before Noah jumped us in here, Maurice, this is the camera you sent me.
Oh yeah,
Hell
Will's
yeah.
new camera. Let us
How's
know
it
if you
look?
guys think Will's
Look at him.
cuter or worse.
Dude, you look great. I love it.
Thank you.
You've got like a filter on this making you look tan. It's like sepia or something.
Well, I don't know. Okay, I'll be real with you. This has a remote, and I was just pushing buttons a minute ago, and I'm not sure what.
You got a nice. You look like an old timey photo that you get at Six Flags.
That's
I think
my
it
vibe.
just might be. It might be the lighting of your life.
It
You
wasn't
do-
like this a minute ago.
You
So
are.
I don't
you
I'm
now.
not totally sure.
Oh,
You do kind of have that Southern general look. I'm not gonna lie.
Southern General. Don't call me. Don't
yeah.
do this.
like
I mean,
like
we've been
during
over
the
this before.
Civil War,
Yeah.
I don't think that's the. Those are not the general.
brother. I can see it. Have you ever seen Rutherford B. Hayes?
What's
Rutherford
They're like
BS?
they're like, what's your name? You're
Yeah,
like,
you knew his
C-
name, didn't you? You
C.
motherfucker.
C.
I have a
William.
You guys.
C- Hold on, let me finish my thought. I want to stay on this Southern General thing because your name is
President
C. William
Grant.
Phillips, and it just sounds very 4th Battalion, Virginia.
Who's the guy from the,
Italian.
Hey, you'll know this, Will. Who's the
Fuck
the
Lincoln.
Southern general who they've named a bunch of school? Robert E. Lee.
I did know that.
That's Will's
I knew you
grandfather.
would.
That is not. No, that's not
Yeah, it is.
C.
grandfather.
Williams Phillips.
How old do you think I am? He died
Great-grandpa-
150 years ago.
Great grandfather, big deal.
What?
I'm trying to.
Bro, what year did he die? Because how did you fucking know that? It's the
Yeah,
question.
'cause
Like
he
that's
goes to grandpa's
crazy.
grave
It
every.
was.
He
That
goes
was
to grandpa's
honestly.
grave
It was a.
every year.
It was a shot in the dark, but I knew it was around.
Dude, it was like
50 years
it was 155 years, but 156 years ago to be exact. He was 1870.
Yeah, Will was
You
just.
guys
there.
know that I have a minor in U.S. history, right?
Maurice watched like Feifel Goes West and.
Brother, I watched
good at it.
Arthur. Get out of my face. You don't
Oh.
even know. And I watched
No,
black
yeah,
sitcoms.
I love Arthur.
He watched.
I
all
watched
the accents.
Arthur and black sitcoms. So I watched a lot of Martin. I watched a lot of Living Single.
I watched a lot
I
of
watched-
Zoom.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. I didn't have cable.
Oh, 2, 1, 3. Okay, first off, Zoom is PBS, same channel as Arthur.
Oh, that's right.
Not a cable. thing.
Madagascar. What is it? The
Zaboomafoo.
Zaboomafoo, baby.
That-
Yeah,
yeah,
blah,
I
blah,
did
blah.
watch
that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't have cable growing up. We just had whatever you plug into the wall, whatever ones you get.
Yeah.
So like,
Okay.
up to
So yeah,
13 or
you had the
something.
same stuff.
Will had channels, I can tell.
He had Nickelodeon, dude. He had
Yeah.
Nickelodeon.
Oh,
he had fucking...
you,
Look at
you're
him!
a Nickelodeon.
Look at him, dude! Look at him!
I had all the channels. My parents were like really into tech when I was a
Rich
kid, and so
motherfucker, dude.
they would get all the whatever the newest TV, newest cable, etc. They would get it. So we had like the DVR, like the before that was commonplace.
I
Like-
would not even know how to use a DVR now. That's how uncultured I was as a child. We did not have anything like that. I don't know
we
how
had that.
satellites work. I don't know how. I don't even. So I'll go to my in-laws' house, and they live out on the beach, so they still have satellite. And I do not know how to use their TV because I've never used like TV guide things or anything
Really?
like that. Because I have no idea.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had all that.
Yeah.
I'm not like bragging. We had it all.
You had the literal bragging voice.
What kind of car did you have growing up, Will? What kind of cars
I mean,
did your
my
parents
first
have?
car or my parents?
No, your parents.
And your first car.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell us. This is a real test here.
My mom traded cars about every 3 years, so she didn't have.
Whoa.
So
Like she traded in.
She still does it. She'll get a new car every like 3 years. She
Guy.
Oh
And
god, I'm
people-
gonna make this so much worse. She
Yeah,
just
keep
got
going.
she just traded in. I can't. Never gonna live this down. She
You gotta
just
tell
traded in her Cadillac for a Lincoln.
You are never allowed to tell me that I am rich again.
Wow, dude, Will has been fucking. He's been fucking RPing
Mom.
as a
But
poor kid.
I don't have it. It's not my money. or my car.
Dr. Mom, free college.
I didn't.
for 3
What
years.
was your first car? What was your first car? If it is not a 1992 Chrysler Concorde, I'm going to lose my shit.
It's a 2006 Chevy Impala.
Jesus.
With a,
And you-
with a
A Chevy
black and red
Impala?
And
with a
that
black and
that,
red leather interior. Yeah.
that would have been a 3-year-old car when you got it.
4. I think when I
Oh
got it.
my God, dude. And who
No,
bought
no,
it?
no. I'm sorry. It was 3. It was 3, and then I had it for like a year.
Who bought
or
it
two,
for you?
and
No
then-
lying.
What?
Did your parents give it to you?
It was there. It was my mom's car. So when she got a new one, she gave it to me.
We're rich shaming Will, everybody. That's what's happening right now. So
and-
skip to the
And
25-minute
then
mark.
The first car
because-
that I got, I
Yeah.
got, like went out and got for myself was a 2010 Jeep. What was it? Liberty.
Liberty.
Will, I don't feel like I feel like me and Maurice have separated ourselves from you. At this
So here's
point.
the thing.
Oh,
I-
yeah,
Wait,
tell us the
before
thing.
you say
As a-
what you're about to say, I need you to know that until I was the age of 12, my family didn't own a car. And so we walked everywhere as a family. And when they got cars, they were like 30-year-old, 150,000 miles on them, and they
yeah.
ran them until they fucking just blew
That's
up.
how our
basically.
cars always were.
And
Yeah.
I never got a car. I was never bought a car as a child.
No.
Yeah, I understand.
And I bought my first car at 28.
And
Okay,
he still doesn't know how to drive.
You have to understand.
Never learned.
I grew up in an extremely rural area, so having a car wasn't really like a negotiable thing. We had to have one. There is still no public transit there. So, like, my parents didn't want to drive me places, so they were like,
I walked, brother.
Yeah,
So they needed
I
really
walk.
nice cars to get places out in the rural.
No, I'm not going to argue that they didn't
Oh.
have expensive taste. They did, and they still do. But that's not my money.
Can you
Okay.
believe? I feel like I've been lied to for a year.
That's not my
That
money.
I've been-
now,
I feel like
now
okay, but
I have
when you grow
six-
up in it.
There's
What?
a level of privilege that
Look,
you
here we go.
become.
Don't even use the kids as an excuse anymore.
What?
I don't want to hear it.
What?
I
Why
don't want to
can I
hear it.
not- What?
Will's the rich one now.
Oh God, no, I am not. That is not true.
It sounds like you're not because of
Oh, how the turntables.
What? It sounds like I'm not because of what?
your decisions.
Okay.
You had
Okay.
everything. You had everything laid out ready
Listen.
for you.
Okay. Yes, they
Every
had nice
advantage,
cars
brother.
and etc. There were privileges that I enjoyed. I won't deny that. But at the same time, they also went through a bankruptcy at one point when I was a teenager.
From all the cars
No, because of the businesses that we lost.
and the
and then-
DVRs.
You know, they've had other financial stuff that's come and gone. But whatever. Believe what you want. I'm not here to convince you of anything. We're 30
You've
minutes
already
in. We
convinced-
haven't mentioned Malazan one time.
Yeah,
Well, I
was
think
gonna read,
it's
like, 10
very
minutes ago.
interesting how defensive you've gotten about this.
It's my favorite thing to say to people. It's like, why are you getting so defensive? Then they're like, how are
it
you
make
supposed to
them
answer that?
angrier?
When we've
Every
been
single
attacking
time.
him for like 20 minutes.
It's like telling someone. It's like someone getting really pissed off, and then like if you egg someone on and they get pissed off at you, then you're like, "Whoa, calm down."
Whoa, dude. Yeah.
It's the
I will
thing
say
that-
more than anything, I get people like sad on how we treat Will, and I just want to remind you all now. I'm just gonna write DVR when you say that.
Does he?
And
Do we get shit for treating Will like bad?
I do. You don't. People won't
Oh.
say anything mean to you.
Okay, yeah. No, nobody said anything to me.
No, they wouldn't. Why would they? They're like, that sweet little guy. He would never.
I got called recently on a podcast. I was called the teddy bear of book talk.
I would be so pissed if someone called me that.
Why?
I would be livid.
You would be. You care about. It's like you're like, I don't care what anybody thinks, but I'm an asshole. That's your whole vibe online.
Dude, I don't fucking care what you say. But if you call me a teddy bear, I'm leaving.
No, I think you're right. I don't think anybody would. I've been trying to make this fucking outline this whole time.
Oh my god, this is a fucking disaster. This is what happens. When you
All right,
turn it on
guys.
Immediately. This is what
1
happens.
hour. 1 hour. We got this. We got this. Noah,
Okay.
count
Here we
us
go.
in.
3, 2, 1, go. Tak the Younger is imprisoned and transformed in the fortress of Outlook, slowly losing himself while discovering that the wolf god Tag now resides within him. As Lady Envy's group approaches, Tool, Gareth, and Baljag rescue him, forcing the Panyan Seer to flee to Coral. Tak's dreams reveal deeper truths about Tog and Fandere. While in the real world, he experiences rare moments of kindness despite his suffering. Hold on, I feel like I got a burp. Time out. No, it's not coming. It will probably come in the middle of this paragraph. Meanwhile, Capistan falls under the brutal siege of the Panyan Domain. The Grey Swords, led by Ecovian, mount a desperate defense, but are overwhelmed by sheer numbers. Gruntle undergoes a transformation into the mortal sword of Trake, rallying defenders in a last stand. The city ultimately falls, but reinforcements led by Dujek, Brood, and the Bridge Burners arrive, driving the enemy out. In the aftermath, Ecovian performs an immense act of sacrifice, taking on the suffering of thousands, nearly dying in the process. As larger forces converge, alliances solidify against the Panyan Seer, who is believed to be tied to the jagged tyrant, the Crippled God. Perrin embraces his role as master of the deck, while tensions rise among the ascendants. Armies, including the Barghast, Grey Swords, and Malazans, prepare for a final confrontation at Coral. At the same time, Silverfox struggles with the fate of the Tlanamas, who seek release from their ancient burden, setting the stage for both a climactic battle and deeper reckonings among gods and mortals alike. The end.
Hell yeah. Okay, so I want to start this at the beginning of this section, which is just about the siege of Capustan and then the battle that results from it. So this is a pretty big section that we're going to cover because it's like all this is happening and then we'll touch on points as we go. But first off, I want to talk about the tennis gallery and these motherfuckers. Will, give us your take on the tennis gallery.
Fucking
Tell us how much you
crazy.
love them.
Fucking crazy. Yeesh. Yeah, I mean the siege of Capistan, the scene, I don't know what chapter it is, but the scene that opens with I think it's a Kovian watching the tennis gallery basically attack. And
he's sending his he's sending messages to his
yeah.
And
he sees them the I don't know what the women of the Dead Seed. They don't have a
Careful.
different name, right? They're just
Careful.
part of the tennis gallery. But anyway, where he sees like guys getting killed and they fall down and like women just like crawl on top and just rape them in the middle of the fighting. Like people like the Tenniscowry, like somebody will get a wound and they'll fall back into their like compatriots and they'll just immediately start eating them on the battlefield.
Yeah, just tearing them apart like zombie style.
Yeah, it's like zombies. Yeah, zombies is the closest like analog. Fucking insane. Again, I question
it's so
where
crazy
this
because
came from.
well, there's like it's cannibalism brought on by intense starvation, but then I feel like there's like a fever associated with the cannibalism.
So,
is that a thing? Is there like a thing that happens with cannibalism? Because I feel like I've heard that.
Cannibalism is an interesting thing. I read a book last year about the Donner Party, and it was for this book club. Anyway, I read this book about the Donner Party. It's fascinating, actually, but part of it was the guy gives basically a history of like cannibalism in the civilized world, and it happens more frequently than you would think.
What?
Yeah, basically, like there are a number of examples of famines in the around the world where people turn to cannibalism eventually.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense.
I can't remember where it was.
Would you guys taste a person?
No,
I would say no, but I mean like
unless I was in a situation where it was like
it's a life or death situation. And
I couldn't kill someone to then eat them, but I could in a
if someone
situation where we're
died
starving and someone died. Yes,
maybe. But like there are examples throughout history of people who in that situation choose not to and they die. I mean, it's
we watched a movie once and it was about this group of friends that were put into like a scenario where they were starved to death and the killer was like trying to get them to basically kill and eat each other.
I'd probably
and so our
Maurice
friend group
first.
had a whole discussion about who we'd kill and eat first, and it was a great way to cause a big fight in your friend group.
Well, let's cause a fight right now. I would pick Maurice first, and here's my reasoning. Though I feel like Maurice would be very entertaining to keep around, I don't know how useful he would be in a survival situation.
You know that I've been through 2 generational hurricanes.
Yeah,
right?
I lived through Katrina.
I lived through Katrina on my roof. I'm a survivalist.
Okay,
baby.
Will, do you have a rebuttal?
I've also watched every season of Alone and Survivor, and so I would team up with Will. We would create an alliance, and we would eat Noah.
So I do understand that you may want to get rid of me, but I'll tell you, if you get rid of me, you're fucked.
I don't know.
I'm the only one keeping you guys alive when we run into other tribes.
This guy. Do you think you're the most charming of us?
You'll let people in.
No.
You'll want to help them out. And
I see. We are too kind.
Stupid.
You are you are.
I can
but
be.
You're like
kind,
Negan.
but listen, I've grown up. Okay, you want to talk about stuff that you've like survived?
Oh, you had it. Was the DVR? Did sometimes the remote stop working?
I had an attempted home invasion in which I had to deal with somebody with a gun.
My house.
I had a literal home
robbed.
invasion. Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, well then we all have that.
Well,
so
I didn't have to deal with the gun thing though. That's true.
But ours wasn't attempted.
Let me
Our
say
stuff got
this.
stolen.
No, it was only attempted because I chased him off with a fucking gun.
But
So
you used guns.
You had a gun?
Yes, I had
Will,
a gun.
that's not helping your.
I lived in
southern-
the fucking hood. Yes, I had a gun.
in the hood with your Lincoln in the rural.
After
I'm trying to
that,
figure out where the hood is.
motherfucker.
Motherfucker. You.
I lived in the hood, motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Listen. I think it depends on the scenario. I think it depends on the scenario. I
bet out of the
understand.
three of us, I am the best with a firearm. I'll wager that right now.
I will probably agree with that. I would think that here's the truth, and I think it's going to be up to Noah because I think Noah will be the first to turn on one of us.
He's going to suggest it first, for sure.
Yes, he's going to jokingly suggest it, but he's going to be planning, and it's going to be me apparently. So I'm going to die.
Well, not anymore.
Like,
you had a good case. You made a good case. Now I'm thinking
true.
Will.
I'm a survivalist, baby. Will, you didn't
Will
agree
still
to
had
my
long hair,
alliance,
it
so
would be hard.
I have to change
What'd you
sides.
say?
I'm so sorry.
What did you say?
Now, who I am taking is Sarah. Sarah, if you're listening to this, you
Sarah.
are in my group.
Oh, the one in book club, Sarah?
He started.
I feel like
he's like governor. He's like the governor from Walking Dead right now. Like that's your whole
I
vibe.
don't know what that means.
You haven't seen The Walking
You
Dead?
don't?
Yeah, it tracks. No, it tracks 100%.
Yeah,
it
I like him. He's my favorite character.
His arc is the best arc. I mean, but I stopped watching after Negan was introduced. So
I didn't watch Walking Dead. I was busy.
he has a great arc. The governor season is like one of the best seasons of television.
The governor sounds awesome.
He's
He
a
sounds
guy.
like he's got a good head on his shoulders.
Does he?
All right.
So we're
Okay,
talking
back
about
to-
cannibalism.
Back to eating.
Yeah. Let's go.
So
Okay,
the
so
Scout, but in terms of like, there is also implied a sort of religious fervor to this, this like starvation into cannibalism, which I think is interesting too. I mean, I don't know if it's said at this point if they enter into the Teniscowry like willingly or if they're conscripted, but it definitely seems like there is an aspect of a religious side.
I think so. I mean, I think they are. The Children of the Dead Sea definitely feel like they have this cult-like.
Mm-hmm.
It's very
Yeah, I
cult-like.
mean, they follow an
Everything's
like
very cult-like. Yeah, and that's very interesting. I think it's really crazy to see how like sheer numbers can do because they're totally untrained. They're just mad and ravenous, and we see the gray swords. I love that scene where Ikovian and his group are like fighting and getting swallowed and then fighting their way out and then getting swallowed and then fighting their way out, and they're just riding on top of like a bed of a mound of corpses at some point, and Ikovian's just like, oh, my gray swords are dead, they're down, they're gone, and I'm just gonna die now. And then all of a sudden his gray swords like emerge from this like torrent of Teniscowry.
Yeah.
And then they rescue him. I love that scene. That scene is so fucking visceral. Like this for those who write fantasy, this takes some fucking notes because this is how you write a fucking battle. It's insane. This whole sequence here.
Mm-hmm. He really captures the chaos of it, I think, and the also like what it would be like for trained soldiers to fight completely untrained, but like you said, ravenous civilians.
Yeah,
that,
you're like a lawnmower, but
Teniscowry
even a lawnmower can be
Teniscowry are dying by the thousands, but there are 250,000 of them or 300,000 of them or something. So it's
250,000.
Yeah, so they have the numbers to the point that like they're literally walking on a carpet of corpses. And at one point it's mentioned, and I don't remember what chapter it is, that they actually intentionally used bodies of dead and dying people to build ramps to get up to like windows and stuff. So you're dealing with a force that has no strategy. There's no like military cunning behind it. It's just pure overwhelming numbers. And it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an insane. I think the way the Teniscowry are talked about is also really interesting. That like there is this like fear of them and also sort of a pity of them too, from some characters of like.
Well, I think you
know.
see like it's so cool, and Ikovian's he's a singular character of his own. I don't think I've read any character quite like Ikovian, and it's the reason why he's one of my favorite characters in this entire series. And it's because like there's a level to him. It is like a religious fervor, but it's also like this innate goodness that he has that doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like showy or like it's not like the paladin who's like a do-gooder. This is a guy who's just like he sees what's right. So even when he's looking at these Teniscowry and he's mowing them down, and he feels anger at the seer, not at them
for forcing them into it.
Yeah, for getting them here. And I
Well, he
thought
says that
that's so
like,
interesting.
who would do this to their people?
Yes.
Yeah. No, Ikovian's a fantastic character. In so many ways. And I've read ahead a little bit, so I mean, just he's an incredible character.
I stopped at 17 because I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait for.
I finished 21 earlier, So I'll probably
Dude,
finish the book
you're in the zone. It's the
tomorrow.
Malazaster. That's what this is. So
it really
you're in
does.
that
It
like
kind of sweeps
finish.
you up. You're just like, I can't stop. Like there's other books I gotta read, like arcs and stuff that I gotta get through. I'm like, I can't stop. I'm just gonna finish.
Yeah,
this
I'm reading
first.
Noah's book. I'm reading Noah's book in between. So like I'll when I get done with my Malazan chapters, then I'll switch to Noah's book. And
How is it? Pretty good.
yeah, it's pretty good.
Put you on the spot real quick. What if he was like, it's all right.
I've sent him notes. I've sent him notes. It's good.
Yeah, no, your notes are great.
It's great. It's a great book. It's a solid fucking yeah. I'll talk about it fully when I'm finished because
It's
reserving judgment.
It's okay to say you're surprised.
I was surprised. I did think it was. I was worried it was going to be shit. I was honest. Honestly,
Well,
I was
it's
worried.
so nerve wracking when you read your friend's work. Like,
Yes.
oh god, what if
Yeah.
this is bad? Yeah.
I'm
I know you told me the same thing
pleasantly
when
surprised.
you read my book. Like,
Yep.
fear.
I was
of
so
what- oh,
worried
God,
about
please
reading.
Don't let it be bad.
I was like, and it was like not even my genre. I was like, oh
That's
god.
what I said. I would have totally understood if you didn't like it. Like, I totally get it. But
No, I did. I think it was like yeah. No, I've talked about it.
If
a lot,
you thought
but-
my book that you're reading right now was bad, I would have been pissed. Right.
I get it. Yeah.
I'd be like, no. We're gonna read this together.
Yeah,
We're gonna talk.
Let's talk
by
about this.
fucking
Yeah.
page. This is no longer a Malazan podcast. Yeah.
This is the tethered god. Okay.
But no, I am definitely on the downward slope with Memories of Ice in terms of like, I've just got to get it done.
Oh
Like, it's-
man.
You're about to.
Man.
I know.
Will.
I told him.
You need to
that's
text
good
us
luck.
whenever you get to points because we both read it, so you can text
will.
us at any point.
There's one point where I know you're gonna text. 2 points
Yeah.
actually that I know for
100%.
'Cause I'm
100%.
thinking, yeah. Also, I was thinking, what if I ever quit like working corporate America, should I get a Covian neck tattoo? That'd be sick.
Stealing my neck tattoo idea, dude.
I think I'd look cool with a neck.
We
tattoo.
should all get neck tats,
We should.
matching
Yeah.
neck tats
This
of
is,
it.
this is
Covian.
not
Yeah.
something. This is not a. You're going a place I cannot follow. I don't want to do this.
Why? We can't
Well,
even see
why
your
not?
neck. What the? It's covered with a beard.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you can't.
What's the big deal?
I mean, yeah, it's like
Look at mine would be out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like my neck's
too.
not always covered.
Oh man, how much the video watchers are getting a little show right now? Am I right?
of Noah's little chest. Sweet little baby chest.
Noah's pale ass skin. They're all over here like. "Ah."
You are so pale.
Says the fucking ginger. With
Yeah,
the
y'all are
fucking
both
filter
Blonde.
on.
You don't have room to talk to me. The only one of
sepia
us that
filter.
has.
Blondes are more accepted than gingers.
Not, you're,
What
you're
happened to
paler.
the ginger hate? There was a time in the 2000s where there was a lot of ginger hate going on. I really
The
loved
black
that
community
time.
adopted gingers.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, so they became uncool.
Oh, because Will's from the hood, like you said earlier.
I didn't say
Nope.
from. I said
Nope,
I
nope.
lived in the hood.
Will lived
That's
in the
not what
hood.
I'm talking about.
Let's not do. Let's not do this. Let's not
I'm
do
just saying,
this.
we have some great clips coming out of this episode.
Did you
that are gonna
have?
make
Did you
Will look
sanitize the last
atrocious.
episode, or did you just post it?
No, the last one I just posted.
He
Love it.
mostly just posts them. So
Yeah,
keep that in mind.
This one I may cut out some of the beginning of this one because we go for a long time.
We do, we do, and I was.
I
mean
do
to
need
y'all.
to keep. I do need to keep proof of Will saying he's a rich kid though, who's from
Yeah.
the hood in
100%.
there.
Didn't say
Um,
I'm from the hood.
You
And
said
I
I'm
didn't-
rich and I'm
Said
from
I
the
lived
hood.
in the
Those
hood.
things never happen. That's not a thing
I
that
mean,
happened.
we kind of got the tape on it.
Oh my
We
God.
got. We
I
you
said
did say I lived in the hood.
because I
That's what he
did.
said.
Well, I moved back
What do we
to
say?
my hometown for a period of time, and
The hood.
I got a cheap place. It was like $400 a month, and it was in a real shitty part of town. All right.
Will
I don't
said
know-
it's worse than Compton.
That is not what I said.
He didn't. All right, guys. I need to move on. I need to take
Yes.
us on. We're
all
talking
do.
about Wrath Fenner's betrayal and the death of Brucalion.
Okay, I have thoughts on this. I have
I
thoughts. on it.
fucking I hate this plot point.
Yeah,
I
and
hate
think
this plot point. I
know the
understand it.
What do you
explanation.
hate about it? What do you hate about it?
I don't love the it's like he fucking he's like it's not a crime unless we die. Is like that's so fucked up. And like
Oh, I
such
see.
a like such a backwards like religious like fervor And it's
Well,
like
and-
it's based on their rules and their doctrine, and I understand that.
So
but I'm
you
like,
hate it
the
in
bridge
world.
burners would
You
never.
hate it
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah,
world.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
I see. I thought you meant like you didn't like it.
I'm fine with the decision. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it makes
Okay.
sense for the characters, but I don't love it. I feel like it's such a fucking waste of great characters.
Yeah, this was the first time, maybe the first time in 3 books that I've said like, I think that I didn't love that. That felt like that didn't feel good. I know you said it made sense for the characters, and I get with the explanation it does, but like in the moment, in the scene, I did not feel like it was sufficiently.
No, when the guy says,
explained.
"But we don't have to die.
Yeah,
We don't have to die," and he's like, "We do. We do for Wrathfender to be punished." And I'm like, "Well, don't punish him then."
Yeah, like maybe just figure out a different way to do this. And I think that it didn't make sense to me because Brucalion is such an intelligent commander. He should know, if he knows he's walking into a trap. I feel like his military mind would not let him just remove himself from the equation. You know, like
I do think it's
that doesn't
shown
work.
throughout these chapters that Ikovian is the actual strategist.
well, he is, but I don't know.
We don't really
It's-
see Brucalion at work. He's the leader, but we don't see him do much in the way of.
I mean, we see that he has a sword that catches on fire, and we see what he does to the Hood's emissary. Feel like he could have been useful against a bunch of unarmed Tenascalri.
Right,
like,
right.
you know,
I mean, 100%. I think the whole idea of this was this book really explores religion in a way, and how militant religion, and I think it's true to that theme. So I'm fine with it for that, but I do hate it, and I feel like, man, I just want some fucking agency. I want the characters to have some agency, and I want them to like.
And I personally feel like it could have been done. The exact same thing could have happened, and been done in a way where Brucalion was actually deceived, like sufficiently deceived, and didn't see it coming. And I think it would have had the same emotional impact and the same impact on the story. I don't think him walking into it willingly does anything for the story. Personally,
Yeah, I think he might have had an ego for the character, and he wanted to show Brucalion as one. He didn't get tricked; he saw it coming, but he sacrificed himself because he is not important, and he knows that his god is falling, and he is like he's going the way of his god. And I feel like I don't know.
It just didn't quite work for me. I think that it's like the first time in the books that I really had a moment that just didn't quite work for me, and that's fine. Like, it wasn't a big deal. And I even said in the book club, like, the chapter itself was still like a 9 out of 10 for me. I just didn't love that one particular plot point.
Yeah, I totally get. I hated it when I read it. It was the
I
only
loved
sour
the
point of the
actual-
entire novel for me.
The actual scene where he dies, that was actually done really well.
The circle, the guy dancing in a circle and then getting fucking Boromired. Yeah.
Well, and then he rips at his sword and it catches on fire, and he's just like fighting. He's got all these like
Sick
arrows
It's so
in him,
sick.
and then
You
that
do
Hood
love the
personally
badasses.
That Hood personally comes to take him was like fucking sick.
Yeah.
And I love
Your
that
favorite characters
Ikovian-
are the like OP, super powerful guys.
Yeah.
So it makes sense
Like,
too
the
that
only
you
thing
would
better
like.
than watching those guys win is watching them fucking lose. So I think that it's that was totally fine. I loved that entire aspect of it. I thought the death itself was like really tragic. I liked that we got Ikovian's POV, like with the vision watching it happen, and that he is saying like basically that
When
he's
he's-
like, "Oh yeah, I see you.
I see
got
you, bitch." Yeah, he was there. He saw him. I love
and
that.
so-
God, I love Ikovian, dude.
That was great. I just didn't love the motivation of Brucalion going to his death willingly. But I think even if you wanted him to go willingly, there are ways to do it that just wouldn't have felt quite so weird.
Well, I think it's we see Whiskey Jack faced with the same kind of decision in Gardens of the Moon, where it's like you've got to
like,
go.
Fuck that.
You've got to go into Darujistan and sacrifice yourself. And he's like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And we're not doing
Which
that.
is also fine to like have the characters with different perspectives, and I get that.
There's symmetry. There's symmetry in like what kind of. I think he didn't want to have another. I think he didn't want to write another. Like the Gray Swords are intensely religious. So it
also would have
it fits.
okay, but they also like 2 chapters ago, Brocolian is telling Ikovian to forsake his vows to get information. You know, like
Well, yeah, but those were self-imposed, and he knew that.
yeah.
He was like,
know.
"You don't have
I
to be a
just-
virgin, bro. God, just go
Yeah,
fuck
true,
Hatan.
true.
Like, it's like, just do it."
Yeah. But you know, I mean, like I said, it ultimately was a blip. It's not like that
Yeah.
big of a deal. It just was one of those
But
things that just didn't
I agree.
quite land for me.
I agree with what you're saying, Noah. What's your thought on that whole?
I
section?
was just thinking, is like, I'm just surprised how much you guys thought about it. Like, it did not, like, I guess.
I loved Brucalion. I was ready. I was ready
Okay,
for
maybe-
more Brucalion.
Maybe I
and
wasn't.
we don't
maybe it's
get it
just I
because he
didn't love
dies.
him.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really think twice about it. It was just kind of
Sure.
like it happened, and I was like, all right. At
And
this
that's totally
point, it's
fair.
like,
It's not going to be like a point of contention for a lot of people.
no,
No.
especially when you finish his book. There's going to be a lot
Right.
more things you're worried
Yeah.
about.
Well, there already is.
Yeah.
Like
Then,
later this chapter, there's more interesting things happening.
yeah,
Yeah. Let's talk about Prince Jalarkin and his demise.
I got to grab
And-
something upstairs really quick.
Yeah.
I'll be-
So, Prince Jalarkin, he
My
walks
boy.
in and he fucking skins him.
sick.
He's skinned alive. His skin's hanging up, and he's roasting him.
I'm a big fan of deaths like this. I think they're fun, and I think they're funny. Even
funny.
I do, even when they're not supposed to be. I don't. Maybe that's just like the part of me who's trying to like accept that it's happening. It's like, oh no, this is funny.
This is
right?
hilarious.
He's getting
Well,
skinned.
there
This
is like
hilarious.
Anasta is kind of like, oh no, we didn't do it while he was living. We're not fucking monsters.
Yeah, we're not animals.
Yeah. I was like, all right, guy, you fucking weirdo.
Hey, I mean that's a good point.
But I think the weirdest thing about this whole scene is later on, Ikovian's like, let's put Prince Jalarkin back in his rightful place. So they fucking sew his skin back together
Yeah, I know.
over his meat and just put him on his throne.
I mean,
and I'm like,
it's like body
that is
horror.
so grotesque, dude.
It's body horror, dude.
That's
But-
yes.
But it also like gives you an idea, like that whole group. It's like oh, did you get a little DoorDash?
Yeah. So I wanted a smoothie. Sorry.
Hey,
Maurice
Tropical
What is up
Smoothie
with you
Cafe,
two?
baby. I know that cup.
You guys drink the most expensive fucking smoothies because you DoorDash them.
Well, I made
like
my own.
$14 smoothies.
You made your own today. Usually it's a Smoothie King cup. I know.
You know, I will say,
Yeah. And it's
the
$19.
place I draw the line is DoorDashing. I do not
Really?
do that. Yeah, no, not in my life. I will always. I just see there's something deep ingrained in me where I cannot pay that much extra just to save a little
Time.
inconvenience.
It's time.
Yeah,
It's
I
really
get
time.
it. I get it. I may feel different if I grew up like Will.
Shut the fuck up.
But
dude.
but for me, it's just like, but for Maurice too. At the same time, it's like
I grew up
I'm
poor,
right in the
dude.
middle, right? Yeah. So Maurice is like, this is awesome. I can do this. Will's like, I'm used to this kind of service, and then I'm just like, I can't justify it.
Do you order pizza deliver?
No, never.
No?
dude.
Really?
No.
Pizza?
Dude? No, never.
All right.
Wow.
Walk in, pick it up. I'm
That's-
telling you, that's where my line
It's
goes.
so much cheaper. Delivery
It
is
is
expensive.
so-
it is. That
so
convenience.
much cheaper.
I'll give you credit.
So much cheaper.
If I can, I like to go pick it up. But
You always can.
no. First of all, you want me to stop the podcast and go for 30 minutes to go get my smoothie and come back?
I want you to wait a fucking hour and get a smoothie after.
Well, I didn't want to wait an hour. I wanted a smoothie.
Okay, that's what I'm talking. You've just proved my point. You've just proved my point. No, it's fine. I don't got anything against people throwing that. I just don't do it.
That's fair. I mean,
No, I mean, I think I grew up poor, so like I'm notoriously bad with money, and I'm learning how to be better. So y'all aren't gonna see any more Smoothie King because we actually are gonna stop buying because we
That's
were
good,
spending
'cause
like
it's fucking
$38 a day on smoothies
For 2 smoothies?
Yep.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. It is one of the biggest ripoffs in the world is door dashing.
COVID, dude.
but-
COVID.
it's hard for me to say it's a ripoff because they are providing a service. I think that you can argue it shouldn't be as expensive as it is, and that's fair.
No, I think it should be. It is the right amount because not for DoorDash. DoorDash takes a lot, but like delivery drivers don't get like they're not getting paid a lot, you know, but they're doing something.
Yeah, no. I do. Again, this isn't. I don't tell people not to do it. I just don't do it.
We lost
not
Will.
because I care about the environment or anything like that. And obviously, I could afford DoorDash even if I wanted to. That's like where I'm like, nah, I can go pick it up. Pick it up.
Will, what's your take on Prince Jalarkin and his inevitable re-sewing him and putting him back on the throne as like this weird fucking doll man? I was like, he's like, we're gonna put him back. I was like, what did he just do?
What Akobian was thinking with that? That was fucking crazy.
He's like, sew him back up, put him on the throne.
This scene is so interesting. I think that like my instinct as a writer, if I wrote this exact scene, I would make it into a big fight. But Erickson wrote it as like, Akobian walks in and is like, tells Anas to like, come give me a hug. And then
come give me a hug, baby.
No, and runs away.
No! And then he's like, get out!
They sew up the body of the prince and put him back on the
Well, and I love the way they just dispatch with the Seer Dolmen like nothing. They're just like,
one thing that is consistently pointed out throughout Kapustan's siege is that the minions of the Seer are very weak individually. Like they're not putting up a fight like on one with anyone. We haven't met a character yet that would lose to a Seer Doman 1-on-1. So
no,
that's an interesting thing.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we obviously have some. Let's talk about. Did we talk about the Stani sexual assault last episode?
No, we have not.
So I think let's talk about that.
It happened this chapter.
Okay.
That scene is the scene that I finally was like, oh, I get it now with Gruntle. I get why people like Gruntle so much. Yeah. Like that scene was.
Oh, hey boys.
Hey,
what's up, baby?
My dogs were barking, so I'm letting them out. I'll be right back. You guys keep
going.
Okay, cool. We're talking about the Stani sexual assault. That's where we're at.
Oh, I'm good to miss that.
There is interestingly some arguments online that I saw about this being a fridging example.
I don't think so.
Well, and I inherently disagree with that, but I do. People think this is the Stani is used to propel Gruntle's character forward or to push him into the transformation, and I'm like, that is completely disregarding Stani as a character, and I think it would be the case if Stani didn't have a future.
Yeah, if Stani maybe left or disappeared or died,
or was killed, and then Gruntle it's like that's the only motivator here. But it's like no, this is his friend who was attacked.
But we've already had that established. That they are like best friends. We've already seen that.
Yeah,
she cares about him. He cares about her. And then on top of that, she doesn't die, and she actually kills her attacker.
Right.
That sort of inherently makes
that's
it not
like
fridging.
That's not fridging. Yeah,
like, Gruntle doesn't run in and save her. She saves herself. No. And then
she saves herself, and then Gruntle is just so fucking angry that this has happened, and that his friend, who he loves, has been hurt, and then he starts going. And I think it's one thing that happens in a long list of things when he discovers a baby half eaten. And then he takes that baby's tunic and he makes of it a standard for his little impromptu Trach militia. Yeah. Like this guy walks around and just like collects reasons to kill these motherfuckers.
Gruntle is
the shit.
Yeah. This whole chapter is really Gruntle's awakening in a lot of ways. That's really what the theme is. Because even when he's not on screen, we are getting reports of what he's doing.
And he's doing impossible things.
Yeah.
The building filled with bodies.
Yeah.
Is such an insane fucking
so
visual.
a good way of explaining this that I pictured it is: have you ever played the video game Dynasty Warriors?
And I have
Not
not.
a weeb. Not a weeb.
Well, I have not either. But the
He is
game
a weeb.
concept is essentially like there's like these armies, right? And you play as these hero characters, and the heroes are so strong they kill like thousands of people, right? So that's kind of where Gruntle is in this chapter. Like he is untouchable, and the people who are fighting with him are essentially like connected to his power in some way. So they're all gaining these like extraordinary abilities.
And
they communicate telepathically.
He's got
Like,
these two. Yeah, they're talking in each other's minds. He's got these two cutlasses. He's now barbed like a tiger.
I love how cool he
eyes
looks
are
on the
yellow.
cover. What the Memory of Ice cover, not the Broken Binding one, but like the second iteration of the cover of the mass
the one that I
market.
have.
I don't know. There's one of there. I really love that Gruntle.
Like the blue text. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually
So
meant to look at
sick,
this
dude.
again. So, yeah, dude.
I mean, he
This
does
is
look
the-
cool in the Broken. Yeah, he does. He looks awesome. But I love this like Sabretooth from X-Men look.
Yeah, he
Okay,
does
yeah,
have a
someone-
saber tooth.
Somebody
From
asked,
X-Men
like,
look.
is he Wolverine? And like, oh, maybe more Sabretooth.
Yeah, fucking read.
Oh my
almost called
God.
someone a retard.
Will, do not look at the
You
broken
just said
binding
it.
art because
What retard?
This is-
I can say it. I'm on the spectrum. My OCD is off the charts.
I don't think that's how that works.
that's not how that works. You're gonna want to cut that, bud.
Yeah, for sure.
Cut that. Cut that out.
I heard
Cut that
so.
out.
So what I've learned.
You
is
gotta
that we're
stop
allowed
saying
to
that
say-
word, man. I'm gonna have to admonish you right now. You gotta stop saying that word. You're not on the spectrum. OCD makes you neurospicy, not autistic. You fucking weirdo.
What are you eating, Will? Is that a gyro?
Tropical Smoothie Cafe. He's eating a panini. Am I right?
Peanut butter and banana with honey.
Panini. I knew where he got. I knew where he went. I knew what he got. I knew. God, I love Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
I've never heard of that place in my life.
Really.
We don't.
It's
we
pretty
don't
good.
have
I
those.
hadn't heard of
They have.
Qdoba.
They have like.
I've heard of Qdoba.
You told me last
Isn't
week.
he the
whatever it
one?
was.
I said.
was the
I said
one?
Chipotle's better.
Chipotle is better.
Yeah.
Better ingredients. Better pizza. Papa John's.
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Papa John lives in Louisville. I've driven by his house.
Isn't
The
he
racist
like a big
Papa John?
racist?
Yeah, he's like a huge racist. That makes sense.
Yeah. He had sponsored the University of Louisville's football stadium, and they had to change it when all that happened. So it used to be.
Does he
Papa
want to
John's.
sponsor our podcast?
Noah.
You know, he probably would.
Noah, you know
He's like-
you know what the cover of MOI, Memories of Ice, Broken Binding is, right?
Yeah.
Fucking cover, dude.
Yeah,
People
it's
don't
good.
understand this cover. You don't understand this cover until you're done with this book.
The what was the cover? Oh, someone showed the
Nice.
sub press cover of Dead House Gates is Coltane's death. And it's like,
Oh yeah.
It's
What
him
the
on the
fuck? Why
fucking.
is that on the
It's him
cover
on the
of the book?
cross, dude. It's him on the cross. It's like what a spoiler.
yeah,
Well, they
it's
do.
like a
It's like
massive-
Jade War does that, or is it Jade Legacy? Like, this is a huge spoiler. If you look at this for a second, you can figure that out pretty easily.
Oh
It's like,
God,
huh? Who decides? Patrick?
who put that on there?
Was that you?
Yeah.
I know. It's literally like it's like okay, are we really showing that? But yeah, it's a weird. Special editions are weird. I assume special editions are for people who have already read the books. That's why it's like that. That's why it's okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I can't wait for the Faithful and the Fallen to start. I think that's starting now.
Dude, that cover artist is so good.
Yeah. Okay. Moving
cover art
on,
is so
I want to
good,
talk
bro.
about Picker and the Torques and how that was a chapter 1 event. And this is the kind of plot weaving that Steven Erikson is fucking incredible at. And it's Picker gets this torque from this weird merchant that was blessed by Trake, who is going to serve the crippled god. And Picker becomes a delivery woman of the torques for Trake's mortal sword. And except it's such a D&D thing to then make him hurt her. Where it's like, it's a cursed item. You need to get rid. You need to find out who these belong to, or it's gonna cut your arm off in this amount of days. And it's like that's the curse. And she's just like, she's walking around in these last few chapters, just like, oh my god, my arm hurts so bad. Like, fucking Perrin is over there with his tummy ache, and Picker's like got these twerks that are killing her. And she gets up there, and he just takes them off, and she's like, oh god, thank you. And he just fucking, he's like, you have something for me. And she's like, do I?
Okay. So I love that Gruntle, every time we see him in the course of this transformation, he becomes like more and more detached, right? He's not engaging. He's not cracking wise anymore. Stani mentions like he's gone, like Gruntle's gone. But then, short order, he like gets
he wakes up. Yeah. And he's like,
he just goes
what?
back to being himself again, and he's like, "Am I a fucking cat?" Like, what?
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think it's so. He remembers everything, but he's like, he's been in this trance, and so he like, Wrath's trait comes up, and he's like, "Hey, we got to talk," and he's like, "Suck my dick," and just like he's like gone, and then Perrin's like, "Hell yes, this is yes,
I like this dude. Oh,
yes."
sick.
Fuck the
Perrin is
gods.
all of us. With
Yeah.
Gruntle.
Gruntle's awesome, dude.
Dude, Gruntle is so sick, dude. I love Gruntle.
I love Gruntle so much too because like for most of the book you're like, why do people like this guy?
Legitimately, half the book, you're like, I don't get it.
Like
what-
you're like,
what-
I
I
don't
liked him
understand.
from the jump.
I mean, I
but
like
don't
him.
know.
He's
He's
just some
fine.
random guy.
He's fine.
Like he's totally
Yeah.
disconnected from the plot.
Introduced to this book and like
Yeah.
becomes pivotal to the plot of this whole.
Mhm.
Oh
It's so
my
sick.
god! And I want to talk about like that's happening. So Treach and Trake is becoming a god, becoming the god of war. At the same time, Fenner has fallen. We watched Fenner's fall in Deadhouse Gates. We didn't know what the fuck that really meant until Memories of Ice, and these things are happening simultaneously, which is so cool. And I love the symmetry. We talked about this because somebody was like, are these Heboric's hands? Are Wrath Fenner's hands now Heboric's hands? And it was pointed out, they're like, no, it's Heboric's hands actually come from Fenner, because when Heboric got his hands cut off, it was unjust. He had not deserved that. So it was like against the Reeve or whatever.
Rev's how they
The
say it
Rev.
in the audio. I don't know.
But Wrath Fenner did something illegal. And so obviously a god was trying to take his hands. Do we know what god that is? I don't want to spoil it, but I'm curious if y'all know.
The god that Wrath Fenner's hands went to during
Yeah.
his like execution.
The
scene?
one who tried to claim his hands.
I assumed it was the crippled god, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
anytime
know
something bad
if it
happens
is
with a god.
in-
My assumption is it's the crippled
It's
god.
the crippled god. Well, I don't know
Or it
if
could
it's
be Hood.
implicitly.
Hood's doing
I
some
don't know
shit
if it's
too,
implicitly stated, but what happens is very interesting because we know that the crippled god is a fallen god from another like dimension, basically. And so what happens is Wrath Fenner starts getting covered in these like alien runes, and he starts turning sickly green. And Ecovian's like, no, you can't have him. So Ecovian is like, I'm going to take that from you. And Wrath Fenner's like, no, Ecovian, don't do it. I'm sorry. You can't. I didn't mean for this to happen. And then while Ecovian's in there.
Whose voice was that? Whose voice was that?
That was Wrath Fenner. All
Okay,
the
yeah, I can
all
tell.
the freaking hooded
Weird old
mass
guys.
council guys are like, that's how they sound. He makes them all sound like bust. And so then Ecovian's inside of, he's taking Wrath Fenner's pain, and he senses this other god. And he's like, hey bro, let me take your pain. I'll just take that.
Oh, Ecovian.
And Ecovian starts to a torrent of pain comes in, and he starts to die. Like he's like it's too much.
Very
And
biblical.
He's like exploding basically with all this pain he's trying to adopt from who we presume is the crippled god.
Ecovian
and-
is basically Jesus.
100%. he's that kind of selfless, like, dude. He's like,
Yeah.
I got to saying Icovian instead of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Icovian.
Icovian. Yeah.
Icovian pust.
And then, yeah, I just thought it was so interesting that he tries to, and then Perrin is like, hey, cut that out. Stop. Come back.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm awake. Yeah.
Who was the guy that Perrin was okay with dying? The healer.
Mallet.
Yeah, he's okay with Mallet dying, but Icovian, he draws a line.
He's like, hey, bud, stop that.
Stop it. You're too cool. You're too cool.
So interestingly, actually right, because basically all of the Malazans have. Oh wow, that's very.
I just found out this. So I didn't even know this was on here. I just found these out. I feel so cool.
That is such a.
It's very 2006
Nope.
like emo girl. You know, in the hallways of her high school.
Dude, in
like
2006, I loved emo girls.
Yeah, only in 2006.
Now they're goth baddies. They've turned into goth baddies.
It's
Anyway, yeah. So all of the Malazans have essentially acknowledged how badass Sokovian is. So
yeah.
like they're all trying to keep him alive.
He'd be a great bridge.
Everybody, yeah, he would. And then the Barghast are coming in. They're all like, "Man, these gray swords are fucking dope." Like every scene with somebody else starts with, "Man, these gray swords are sick, dude. I fucking love these gray swords."
Like everybody is in awe of them surviving this long, because by all accounts, the city should be ash. Like the fact that there is a city still standing.
They're like the 300 Spartans, dude.
Yeah,
100%. And let's talk
now I
about.
need to look and see if that was an inspiration for this sequence, because I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, don't look now.
Frank Miller's 300.
Itcovian's role as Shield Anvil, I don't know how much we knew of that. I think I gave information early in the chapter recaps about what a Shield Anvil is, and I don't know if that's as implicit until this moment when you figure out that he carries, or he takes the pain of others, so that in place of his god, so that his god isn't burdened by that pain anymore. And I think that's so interesting, to be the Shield Anvil for the god of war means like you're taking a lot of pain, because war causes so much pain.
And you're the shield.
And you're the shield.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I love it.
I like how also during that scene, Wrath,
Clay Cooper, baby.
Drake, Preach, whatever, is like, hey, Icovian,
Both, dude.
now that Trake is the god of war, like, we need a new shield anvil. He's like, nope.
Nope.
I'm good.
I got my god. He's like,
Yeah,
I'm
my
either
big
going to
god.
die with Fenner,
So-
or I'm going to move on with my wife.
This fucking pig is sick as hell, dude. Like, I'm staying with him.
This fucking pig. Bro. Oh my
He's
god.
big. He's a
He
boar.
is.
Whatever.
We could
board.
get
Yeah.
we could get Finner tattoos. That'd be cool.
I think we need to get we need to finish the series, and then we'll get a tattoo once we have
for sure.
a full, because I have so many ideas, but y'all don't know what any of them mean.
I would never get a tattoo.
I would like
of
an
a character.
obscure one.
I would never get
Yeah.
a tattoo of a character
Same.
3
Deep
books
cut.
into a 10-book series. That feels like a really bad
That's a
risk.
Yeah, woo! It's like people
Yes.
who read ACOTAR and get a Tamlin tattoo.
That
right?
was my
You know,
question.
but-
So at ECC, there was so Ryan and Matt were doing their panel, and you were allowed to go up and ask questions. So obviously I went up, and I wanted to check with Matt. I was like,
obviously.
I need to know. I want a Mongo tattoo, but if you know that I have a Mongo tattoo, are you gonna make him like a racist or something in the next book? Because that seems like something he might do
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I get
to
that.
to like fuck me or anyone. But so I asked. He didn't give me an answer. But then there was this really nice lady who said she had a Mongo tattoo, and I said, okay, I'm good. because now Matt knows she has that. He's not gonna do it.
Yeah.
He won't do it to the nice lady.
Yeah,
He would do it to you.
So now I can get, now I can get my Mongo tattoo. So I should be good.
Bro, I love Mongo, dude. Mongo. Princess Donut. Behind
He's
you.
the only one who gets laid, dude. Mongo's the only one who gets laid in the books.
So
Well, other people do.
Oh yeah, I guess.
I mean,
he's on screen.
On screen, he's the only one that gets laid, for sure.
I just finished, not just finished, but I finished book 4, Dungeon Crawler Carl. And I saw something that, like an interview that Matt did, and he was like, talking about how there's going to be 10 books in the series, and he's splitting, it's like, really, he says it's 9 books, but I'm splitting book 9 into 2 books, whatever.
Oh.
So that's interesting. And then I was scrolled down, and like people in the comments are just going fucking ham with like spoilers for the book, so I had to scroll real fast. So I guess now I need to just power through and finish.
You do.
Yeah, I would.
Through book 7, because once book 8 hits, I know how it goes. With the new release,
You got
the spoilers.
so
are
you're actually getting really
Yeah.
because six is probably my favorite. 5's
Let
good,
me look.
but
Let me see which one's my favorite, because I have a...
I feel like 6 is a lot of people's favorite. I feel like I see that a lot on the ring.
yeah, it's so good. It's so good.
I
mean,
did
7's
love
great, too.
6. 6 is
Yeah.
great, and it feels like it brings in the outer world for the first time, like really heavily.
The epilogue of book 4 was like huge for the story as a whole. When it kind of like it's where it goes to like third person, and it's not. Yeah, it's like a different character, and you get like a picture of kind of what's going on. So after that, I was like, damn, I want to go straight to book 5, but I had like other things I had to.
Yeah, the end of book 4 is crazy.
No, dude, I love book 7. Book 7 might be
Yeah,
my
7's
favorite.
really good. 7's really
Book
good.
7 might be my
Inevitable
favorite.
Ruin.
Anyway,
I'm
that's
excited
the
about
series
for
we're
a
reading.
parade of horribles, though. Yeah. No, you know, that'd be a fun one. Okay,
That would be
so moving on, let's talk about talk. Let's talk about
Oh
talk.
yeah,
Man,
poor talk.
Well,
How do we feel about talk? How do you feel about talk, Will? Did you
This-
see this coming?
the scene where Talk is in the embrace of the matron, and he's like, every time he soils himself, she holds him out and lets
And
him
licks.
shit all over himself, and then licks him clean.
okay,
I mean,
So here's
that's
if it-
nice.
that is how like
But she's a giant.
animals do it, man.
She's like a fat. She's like a fat ant queen meets a velociraptor.
Plus sized.
No, fat is not a bad word, bud. It's.
It
She's
is-
like,
if it is to me, then it is.
well, the matron. I want to see if there's any art of her.
I picture her as a big T-Rex. I'll be honest. That's probably not accurate. That's how I picture her.
A big T-Rex.
A big old
Yeah,
T-Rex.
that's
But she's like, I guess she can walk. I guess I imagine her more like an ant
stationary?
queen who's just like, stationary. You know.
No, she can.
That's
move
how I
around.
always managed. Yeah, she does. So she doesn't need chapters because
Yeah.
we get a rescue attempt. First off, the Jagged is in there just talking shit.
He just comes in
talk.
to taunt him, which is fucking.
Yeah, he's just like, hey, guess what? Your dogs are gone. They're gone. And it's like I just imagine him like a fucking YouTube commenter, just like being a
Yeah.
piece of shit, just like trolling Talk for,
good
and
explanation,
Talk's like
actually.
suffering. Like he's fully deformed now because every time his bones break, they get healed in the wrong order and
The wrong
place.
The place, yeah. Fucking
Yeah, God, it's so hideous. It's horrible.
Well, and it's brutal to do this to a character that's been like kind of comedic relief at times, and it's like
Well, he's like your good old boy.
you're taking the easygoing like cool guy and putting him into the most horrific situation
Yeah.
of any character in these books so far.
Yes.
And it's like, oh my god, it's brutal.
Sorry.
It is
Oh, that's
brutal,
okay, Marty.
and it's also like especially cruel that we all like. The implication is that he's been dead for 2 books, and then he comes back. Like, hell yeah, he's back. Like, oh no,
And then he gets fucking
oh God, he's
tortured
back.
for it.
Almost the whole book.
Yeah,
Like, and I'm like, what
Yeah,
the
but-
hell?
What about the
Dude.
reveals about the dreams, though?
Yeah, about
Yeah.
him. He's running with the and so there's a connection there between him and the Mybe.
Yeah, and I
Check
like that we
art.
get.
Check that art, Will and Noah.
And I like that we get like an allusion to his eye thing earlier in the book. and we don't really know what that's about.
Is that the matron,
Yeah.
or is that just like one of the Kyle Hunters?
Matron and Segula, dude.
Dude, that's a Kyle Hunter. That's a hunter and a Segula that when they...
Oh, those are huge.
Yeah, they're huge.
Jesus, Mary and
They're like 11 feet tall.
Yeah, well, it's like we told, was it Allosaurus? We said is the closest to like the size.
Yeah,
that he
Allosaurus. Yeah, that's true.
Also,
Yeah, dude,
I think it's
Allosaurus
kind of funny. We get
scary.
some history on the Kachane Chamal in the course of this these set of chapters, and I think it's funny that like every time I think Erickson can't go further back in his timeline, he just keeps adding like hundreds of thousands of years.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, dude. He's like, these guys were before even those, like, before the Jagged, dude.
Yeah,
The Kachane Chamal.
Well, the Kachane Chamal were under the rule of the, or I'm sorry, the Jagged were like enslaved by them, right? Was how I understood it. When they came along, and then
they were, I
Tuanamas
think they were as bad or something. They were like,
yeah, and then the
I don't know
Amas
if they specifically
were enslaved essentially
them.
by the Jagged tyrants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's so fucked because the Jagged tyrants pretended to be the Amas gods. And so they just start discovering that their gods were actually Jaggeds. And they're like, this is the most fucked up, profane thing you could do.
Mm-hmm.
Is pretend. And we see that happening with the seer a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a little play with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing
crazy.
a tyrant. And also this matron, it's heavily implied, and it's basically, I mean, at this point, this matron is what was released when Kalava threw the Jaggeds into the rent in Morn in the beginning of in the prologue. So, and they were like, she's free. What are we gonna do? And it's like, well, she'll take some time. We'll come back. We'll deal with it later. And like, guys, you really should have handled that. We should have handled that a long time ago because it's been a while, and this is what's happening now.
Been a while.
Yeah, it's brutal. What you're talking about is brutal. Now, is the scene? I'm trying to think of, because I've been reading ahead, so I don't remember
The rescue attempt. So there is a rescue
in these
attempt.
chapters. Is there another
We picture.
scene with,
Oh my god! Imagine a Hound of Shadow, Baljag, fucking coming in just like, and then Tool appearing on Baljag's back, riding him like a horse.
It's fucking sick.
How sick is that? Insane.
Do you have Kevin Sandan Glock shirt on right now?
Yeah.
I like that one. I'm gonna buy. That's the next one I'm probably gonna buy.
It's a cute, like the teeth.
Oh no, I
the
love it.
Toothless,
I love it. The fucking missing teeth, dude, is so funny. Will wouldn't get it because he didn't really like First Law, but
You didn't like First Law?
No, I love First Law. He's being a bitch.
Oh, okay, I thought you did. I was like,
Yes, I love First Law.
I've been buying so many Kevin shirts, dude. Beers the Mind Killer has the most like such fun merch, and he actually
They're
just
like
did a Cello's Gate line, and they are amazing.
He's my fun merch guy. He's my fun merch guy, and Courtney's my like
Courtney's
my
like
classy merch.
you're legit. They're super high quality. Kevin,
not that Kevin's aren't. They're just fun graphic tees.
Yeah. They're more graphic. Yeah. I asked him every time. I'm like, hey, can you give me a Heather version of this? And he's like, yeah. So he'll add a Heather option for me.
That's funny.
To go buy his shirts. So I'm like, hell yes, because I'm like, it's Printify, It's like, but I love Heather. I like almost exclusively wear Heather shirts. So
I agree.
Oh, so the rescue attempt. Something does happen here that is interesting, and I don't know. So they escape into Amtos Falak. The matron has talk, and the Jagged is guiding them through the Warren, and then they feel envy, and then talk gets crushed and passed out. So that's where we leave them.
Yeah.
So we kind of have like a cliffhanger there. We don't know what's happened.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of hope. But is there hope for Talk? At this point, is there hope for Talk? He's losing his mind.
I don't know.
Like,
but just how far he has fallen from being able to sleep with Envy if he wanted to. to now.
to now
Imagine
just
him
a
sitting there
clump
getting
of
tortured.
meat.
He's like, man, I wish I would have fucked Envy. I guarantee he's
should've-
thinking that.
He
He
should have
be
stayed.
thinking that. He should have stayed
he
with
should've
her.
stayed-
The decision to leave and go with the
Yeah, it
companions
was-
was the
it was-
dumbest fucking shit anyone has done in these books. Was his decision to leave Envy and Tool and go hang out with the fucking tennis gallery. Like the stupidest choice.
I don't think I'd ever leave Envy.
I wonder how much of it was Karul and Karul's influence. So I wonder how much of that was forced on him.
Yeah,
I was
because
gonna say
Karul said, like, I have to send you to the seer. Like, you know.
Yeah, so it doesn't feel like it was wholly like a decision he made. He just
I
made.
don't think
You know what?
anything is Talk's decision.
Talk is
No,
sort of a
that
ever.
fucking
poor
at
guy.
this point. And it's kind of been that way
God,
since
dude.
Martin's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit just happens.
100%.
So,
Yeah. Fucking poor
Um,
Talk, dude. Let's talk about the bridge burners and their trust issues, and specifically, Perrin is up there, and he's like, I think it's Picker says something like, "Hey, Perrin, how much do you fucking know? Because I know you've been talking to them." And Ansie's like, "I'm gonna kill him!" And Ansie like grabs his sword, and Perrin's like, "Fucking do it, please,
Dude.
kill me."
yeah.
And they call him
like,
Antsy for a reason, you know. He's
Yeah.
antsy.
Yeah.
He's a little
well,
antsy.
And it's
Yeah.
like once he's like, "Yeah, please just fucking kill me." Then they're like, "Oh, did we take it too far?" I think
We
took
might have taken it too far. We might have taken it too far. And then he's also been like he's been feeling Tattersail trying to like invade his mind, and he's like, "No, I'm not letting you do that. I don't want you to see my thoughts, and you're not even my girl, not really." And so he's like, that's why he has these stomach aches. But he finally lets her in, and it's not even her. And he feels like a fucking idiot
It's
because he's
Nightshade.
been like, he's so embarrassed. He's like, oh, of course it's not even. So of course she doesn't even like me. And and then Night Chill is there, and she's like, hey, a lot is revealed here, and I want
Night Chill is not
Will-
a good hang. I'm just going to put that. Night Chill is not.
100%. So we have pretty much confirmation at this point
Depends what
that
you're looking for, I guess.
Night Chill, and this is a big reveal, and I forgot to put this in my recap, but Night Chill is the sister of Cold Knights from the prologue of this book. In that prologue, Calor curses her to be torn apart on the field of battle. In the first chapter of Gardens of the Moon, Night Chill is torn apart during the Battle of Pale by a demon. She's like literally ripped to pieces. And so when that happened as a rereader, I was like, oh, that's so obvious. Everyone's going to know this immediately. Right? And then I go into the thing and I have it in my recap. I like have, this is obviously that bitch, Night Chill. And then I'm reading the comments and I'm like, no one's got this. No one's figured this out. I'm going to spoil this if I put it here, I think. So I cut it from my fucking recap. Thankfully, because I think you figure it out slowly. It's not like an instant.
I mean, I have to say, and maybe this is just the book club, like the added context and discussion. I felt like it was pretty obvious, and not as a rereader. I mean, just, like her name is Night Chill, and the other character's name is the sister of Cold Knights. Like, it's not really. He's not hiding it. Like, this is pretty much in your face. And then there's like extended discussions about how Night Chill keeps popping up throughout history. Like, there's no way this is a mortal person. So I assumed it very early on that that's who it was.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I thought so too, but I was like, I have to be so careful with what I reveal in my
Yeah.
recaps because there are so many in these books, and this is definitely one of them that's like, okay, here we go. We also get another reveal, which was somebody accidentally revealed in the book club early on. Will, you had texted us about it, so we had to remove the comment. But yeah, within Dragnapur, the man that Perrin talked to was Draconis, which is not revealed until this, like, chapter 17 of Memories of Ice. And so we learn that he spoke to Draconis. Draconis was the god in the prologue, and he was killed by Animana Rake with the sword of his own creation, which was Dragnapur. And we find out Draconis was tricking Perrin into freeing the hounds to see if he could like test the boundaries of like what all of this, which is so fucking crazy. Oh my god. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
A safe bet that Draconis is not still in Dragnapur at this point. So.
Well, no, he is. Because Nightchill asks Perrin, she's like, I need you to free my brother. I need you to free my brother. And to free my brother, you need to destroy the sword.
Yeah.
So I think he was just testing it. He was like, okay, you should save those hounds. Like, I think he just kind of like manipulated him. So he saves the hounds, and then he's like, I don't know what that did. Like, I think he was like, fuck, okay, a new plan. Yeah, and so he's stuck in that sword right now. I think it's pretty much confirmed by Nightchill asking that.
That's a fair point.
And how is he gonna fucking destroy Dragnapur?
It feels like the biggest
Come on.
obstacle to just what?
What?
What'd you say?
I said, come on. How was he gonna do that? Rake has
well,
it.
I mean, I was gonna say Rake is sort of the primary obstacle to that. I think. So I don't know that would, yeah. I don't think Perrin has the sword skill to go up against Rake. So
Maybe someday.
maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
Those tummy aches make you stronger.
Man,
Maybe
I
the
really
Segula
need.
can. Maybe
I
that's
really
where
wish y'all could.
maybe the three Segula are gonna fight him. That's where it's gonna go.
I feel like
Rake
we need.
would wipe the floor with 3 Segula, I think.
You don't know.
Depends on the Segula, right? I mean, he's number 7. He's number 7.
Mock's 3, and we've seen Mock in action a little now, and I'm just saying it could be a fight worth.
I could take Monk.
Could you?
Yeah.
Specifically, Noah could.
Yeah, I just bully him.
The last thing,
Break his spirit.
The last thing in these chapters that we should discuss, and I think it's a good closer because it's not that significant, and it's Buke's journey.
Yeah.
Bukake?
Don't.
That boy became. Let him say what he wants. That boy
That's not gonna be
became
his nickname. I'm not accepting that nickname.
You don't like Bukake?
Chapter 17 ends with Buke flying around. He's seeing all the dead kids and the fires, and he's getting a lot of trauma. He's being
I had a phone call. I
re-traumatized.
gotta take this. I'm going to be MIA for a second.
Okay, let's talk about Bukake.
He's re-traumatized, and it's essentially at the end of this chapter he decides, I'm just gonna go be a sparrowhawk forever.
Yeah. I like that moment. It feels very it's just like, you know what? Fuck it.
Right. Yeah.
Like I'm
Fuck
done.
this. I can't.
I'm done. Cuz
I tried being a person for a while.
Yeah. I think as a reader you're like, yeah, that sounds nice. That sounds nice.
Let's go be a bird.
Just yeah. I mean, what there was no point where I was like, oh, this shouldn't happen. I was like,
yeah. It's like, this is probably
Especially all
the
the shit
best
going on.
possible ending for this guy.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing wrong with that, and it's actually done really beautifully. Like in the text, it's
Yes.
it's like it's very pretty.
Very beautifully written.
Yeah, and it's just such a funny. I mean, we're about to get into a lot of beautifully written things, in this book. I think because we're past that halfway point, and we're gonna start to see stuff. A lot of nice moments.
Yeah.
I mean, nice depends how you describe nice, but
The next
this
few
is kinda like
episodes
this-
are going to be fucking nuts for
yeah,
sure.
this is like I feel like this scene. I mean, obviously reading it your first time, you don't realize it, but it's kind of it's like the beginning of the end.
Yeah. Here's
for
your
this,
last
and-
reprieve. It's this moment.
Yeah,
The Capistan, the Battle of Capistan is over, basically. They're routing all the Tenniscouri and the Sears people.
Mm-hmm.
So we're headed toward the inevitability, and that is the final battle.
yeah. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now. So you're not ready. this book,
You're not.
like this book is really good up to this point. It is a very good book, but it became one of the best books I have ever read after this point.
Yep.
Because, and that's not because I was so happy with it. It's just that kind of book. And I mean, it's like one of those moments where, it was funny because I was reading this and Demon in White around the same time last year. And they're both incredible books. And it was so interesting because it was like one kept like going up. I was like, no, I like this more. I like this more. And just to have both those, I mean, they both do like this thing where like their last, 30% are insane. Like better than Sanderlanche. I don't want to compare it to that. Because, not Sanderson's got his thing down, but I mean, this is, like you are going to feel complete when you finish this book.
And it's not even like, you don't feel good. It's not like you feel great at the end of
it felt like it had to happen.
Yeah. You feel
It's like getting cancer removed.
Man, this book is my favorite book of all time. Like it is my favorite book in this series.
I could totally agree with that.
And like, that and Kings of the Wild are my favorite books of all time. And Kings of the Wild is I consider that like a standalone because obviously the band is like a disconnected story.
Sure, yeah.
But like it's this one is just, oh my God. It's so fucking good.
It is really good. I mean, there's obviously still books that still mean more to me than that one, but I think when you look at it from like a technical standpoint, it would be very easy to argue that this could be. I understand why this is someone's favorite book.
This was the series that got me into fantasy. Malazan is my first.
Yes, that will do it. And it's like me with Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
Wheel of Time's always going to be my gold tier. I don't care what kind of shit you talk about it, how much you talk about the slog. I don't give a fuck because that series is everything to me.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, I can't imagine Malazan being the thing getting you into fantasy because it's like,
well, it kind of
like
fucked me up for a while.
Garbage.
Yeah, I was like, oh God, I couldn't find anything. It was so hard to find stuff.
Yeah.
It's why I lean so. I think it's Erickson kind of like formed my taste around grimdark and my love for grimdark stories. Like
it's why you probably lean more towards like more feel good
and humor
when it comes to stuff that you like, because it's like when you compare the other stuff, like you're having to, you can't compare Kings of the Wild or even Cello's Gate to Malazan. Like they're not even like the same kind of book, but I can see someone reading like Sun Eater or something like, I can't like The Warded Man or something. Like you read that stuff and then, or Blood Song by Anthony Ryan, you're like, okay, I can kind of get some Malazan taste in here, but it's like there's nowhere near good enough to be up there with Malazan.
Like I like the different flavor, and I think Erickson does humor so well, and that's I love that too, because he gave me that,
which is why you like Abercrombie.
Yeah, banter.
He does.
Oh yeah, he does humor.
He mixes that well.
He's so fucking funny. Like Abercrombie's so funny. He's the closest, but I mean nobody can write this the way that Steven Erickson writes. He has a co-author who's not nearly as good as him.
Yeah.
And it can't be helped because you can't write this way. I don't know anybody that could.
Well, I know Erickson cites, is it The Black Company as a big inspiration for him?
Yeah.
I have not read those books.
That's a good one.
So I don't know if those are similar.
It's way more it's way darker.
There's less humor.
Well, so it's funny. I was actually at Half Price the other day, and I saw they had The Black Company, and it was an edition that had a foreword by Steven Erickson. I almost grabbed it, and I decided not to.
Was it the first collection?
It was just the first book, I think. It was just
usually the first book is a collection of 3 or 4 books.
Oh, okay. It was small. It was like only like this big. It was not long. So.
Oh, interesting.
I'm so excited.
You probably should have grabbed it.
Probably. I didn't.
You probably should have grabbed it.
I was already getting a couple of things, and I was like, I don't want to. Like, I didn't need that.
It's hard to find standalone Black companies. They're all like omnibuses now.
Yeah, I have the one. I have the first one.
Now This was printed like in recently though, like 2023. Let me look it up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. That's the trade one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What year? First edition. This is the first edition, 1984.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. That's cool. It's so dark and gritty, and like everybody kind of sucks. I talked about this in a video.
Everybody sucks.
Yeah, they suck. They're like I'm
no
like
good.
they're not even morally gray. They're just kind of the bad guys. They're the bad guys. Like
Yeah. You're reading the antagonist's point of views. Yeah. There's nothing good.
Yeah, I can't find this edition online. Maybe if I look at Half Price website, I can find it.
Yeah. Maybe this is why you buy stuff if you've never seen it before.
Like I said, I was just already getting a couple things, and I had my kid with me, and I was like, I don't know.
Worst case, you can return it.
Yeah.
Worst case, you can return it.
guys, I'm so excited to do rankings when we're done with this.
Wait, draft?
Well, I'm excited for the draft for this. It's going to be fucking insane. I have no idea how they're going to choose between us. But no.
Here, I found it.
Ranking all 10 books. I'm very. It's going to be. You got to be thinking about your rank for all 10.
Well, I know my rank now. It goes 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. That's about right for me. So I'll say this for my personal ranking when I did it last year. I'm going to probably change it after this reread, I think. But Memories of Ice was 1. Deadhouse Gates was 5. Gardens was 6 for me. And that's a rare take. Most people put Gardens like in the last half, like in the last 2 spots. But I had 3 books that I enjoyed more than
I saw
Deadhouse
the other
Gates.
day. ZB Steele gave me his ranking of the books.
He loves Deadhouse.
He had last was book 8 was the last one he had on there. We put that in 10.
Was his number 1 Deadhouse?
Shit, I can find it. It's on. He sent it to me on Discord.
He fucking loves Deadhouse Gates, dude. That's his.
Book 8 is my number 9.
Yeah, he had it as number 10.
Interesting.
Book 9 is my number 10. The reason why book 9 is my number 10 is because book 9 doesn't have a conclusion. It's the only book without a conclusion. And it doesn't resolve in the same way every book does before it. Because every one of them has a standalone story, but the 9th and 10th are kind of combined. You need to think about them as one book. So that's why.
Got it. Makes sense.
Oh my god, guys.
Do we want to wrap this up?
Yeah, I think we're good. We killed it, guys.
Yeah, we did, especially when I cut out those first 30 minutes.
Yeah, a banter. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, if anybody, I will save the first 30 minutes of this as a separate file. If you get to the end of this and you're like, man, I really wish I heard more before we started talking about Will being rich, because that's right where I'm going to start it. I will have that saved and I can post it for you guys and give you a link to it. I'll just post it private on YouTube.
Guys, this might be the best we've ever done.
To be fair, it was only 4 chapters.
It was 4 chapters. They were long, though.
I think it speeds us along when we do the full summary.
I love that.
Go through it.
I think that's right.
I think that speeds us way along, because then we can focus, instead of trying to find important things in each chapter, we look at bigger important things, which I think is better overall. Okay, I think that's going to help us moving forward too as the books get longer.
Here we go. This was ZB's personal rankings. We were just on this. I'm going to go 1 through 10. Toll the Hounds, Reaper's Gale, Midnight Tides, Deadhouse Gates.
Hold on. Okay. Toll the Hounds, Reaper's Gale,
Midnight Tides, Deadhouse Gates, Memories of Ice, Gardens of the Moon, House of Chains, The Crippled God, The Bone Hunters, Dust of Dreams. That was his
Crippled God, Bone Hunters. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, here are mine.
Memories of Ice is so low.
Yeah, that's wild. It being
he
so
said,
low.
What did he put here?
He
explained it a little
like
bit.
Usual.
He said book 9 and 10 should be one long book. And so
I just said. Did you hear me say that, Will?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I was
okay.
halfway listening.
That's funny.
And then he also
right.
he went and found a Reddit vote from like 2023 that was like a ranking by the R Malazan
Community?
subreddit, and that one
Probably
1 through
participated in
10
that.
went Memories of Ice, Toll the Hounds, The Crippled God, The Bone Hunters, Midnight Tides, Deadhouse Gates, Reaper's Gale, House of
Interesting.
Chains, Dust of Dreams, Gardens of the Moon.
That's so different from.
Yeah, I think
Here's mine.
Okay.
Memories
Yeah,
of
give me
Ice.
yours.
Mm-hmm.
Midnight Tides.
Mm.
Reaper's Gale. The Bone Hunters. Deadhouse Gates. Gardens. The Crippled God. House of Chains. Toll the Hounds. Dust of Dreams.
That's fascinating because that's so
Okay.
funny because ZB is almost the inverse of you on a couple of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has
Let me
Toll
do,
the
and
Hounds
that
at
makes
one.
sense because of their tastes. They have opposite tastes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have very different tastes.
Maurice and ZB. So let me give you my list. So it's gonna go number 1, The Way of Kings. number two is gonna be, and this is controversial, Wind and Truth.
Interesting.
Number
that got
3.
hated. That got so much hate.
Yep, and trust me, in a year or 2 years, that there's gonna be people are gonna be reversing their ideas on that, just like they did with Rhythm of War. Because people are petty and vindictive, but then like to lie later and say that they really did like it. It's like people who say they loved Wind Waker growing up. It's like, shut the fuck up.
I loved
did
Wind
not like
Waker.
Wind Waker.
I did. I loved.
Yeah, I
Wind
bet you
Waker.
did.
I did. I loved it. Loved that shit.
I'm just saying, I hate Wind Waker is so lauded as such a great Zelda game now, dude. That got so much shit.
It got a lot of hate at the time, but I loved
so
it. I
much
always loved
hate.
it.
And dude, I can't even. Look, I'm just saying, Wind and Truth is good.
It is a good book.
You can suck my dick.
We've talked about.
Give me your
this.
last
Don't
3.
actually.
Give me your last 3.
Oh, it'll go Oathbringer, Words of Radiance, Rhythm of War.
Okay. I got one for you.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 standalones from First Law.
Ooh, Red Country,
Heroes.
number 1.
Number 1.
Heroes is your number 1. That makes sense.
The Heroes is a lot
Red
of
Country.
number one.
So,
We're in a
so I
fly,
would
dude.
go, I'd go
Cracknut?
Red Country. I'd go Red Country, Best Served Cold, Heroes.
I'd go the
I would-
opposite. Literally the
I would
opposite.
go Red Country, The Heroes, Best Served Cold.
Wow, that's all
We're
different.
Mm-hmm.
That's so fun.
Best Served Cold is the best plotted book Abercrombie's
I
ever
love.
written.
I think that book, and it has the funniest sex scene I've
Oh
ever
my
read in my
God.
life.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Is it the one where there's like the two?
The one where they're
sections
going
happening at
back
the
and
same
forth?
time, and it keeps going
Yeah.
back and forth.
Yes.
Between
Yes,
So
yes,
funny.
yes.
So
So
funny,
funny.
dude.
and you don't know who's fucking who. You have no
Yeah.
idea. You're like,
So
what
good.
is going on? But this, and she's sucking his dick, and then he's,
I love
what? And the bed's broken now, and like, oh my god, it's so like,
It's
it's,
the
so
smell.
graphic.
The smell and the
funny,
like
dude.
sound, and it's so funny.
Yeah,
Making
the
Stephen
smell.
Pesci at 70 years old grunt into a microphone.
I
is
did not
so-
listen to the
like,
audiobook. I could.
It's
no.
so funny. He will literally
That
make
sounds
the
good.
sounds like the, and I'm like, oh god, Stephen, please stop, please stop.
I though the standalones are my favorite of the First Law. Also,
I'll differ on that.
I like
think
Age of Madness so
is
much.
the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of people.
but
really
First Law has better
strongly-
characters.
What?
I think First Law has better character work.
See, I don't
I
think that.
disagree.
Oh,
I-
it has my favorite characters.
Well, we probably
just-
shouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in
But,
case. But I love the
Oh, I kind of
the-
figured.
the-
I figured you were cutting.
the
this, I'll be
main-
honest.
the main 5. I love the main 5
Sure,
of First Law.
sure.
I
But
am
I
obs-
like the
I
ones
do-
that got brought, that
True.
carried over. I like the carryover
Yeah,
ones.
I love Orso in Age of Madness. I love Orso's an incredible character. I love
Yeah.
Rick
So
Hay.
good.
Ricky. How do you say
Rika
his
is
name?
how the audio sounds.
Ricka.
Ricka,
I love Ricka. Ricka is such
so good.
Without
the
a doubt,
eye,
his
Ricka,
best
the long eye, dude.
dude.
Mhm.
Without a doubt, his best female character that he's ever written.
I
Ooh,
loved.
Savine is also.
I love
really,
Savine, dude.
Savine's
I'm not gonna
really
say
good.
last
She's
name,
such a piece
but
of shit.
Savine.
Dude,
I love. It was she was so
Well, yeah,
good.
yeah. I mean,
She's
incredible
so good.
character. Oh my god, I
So,
never wanted
to have that torch,
hurt
to have the
someone.
torch pass from her dad to her in that Oh, it's so good.
She stands up well. She's such a strong character. I think that's yeah, 100%.
That's what I like. I'm not. I mean, I would hang out with her, but
what's his name? The little bitch. What's his name? Leo.
Oh,
Fuck
the little
Leo,
bitch.
dude.
Leo.
Oh, God, I hate that motherfucker.
Okay,
dude.
can we acknowledge that he wrote? I think when that. Okay, I remember what years he wrote that trilogy, but it's been a minute now.
Would have been mid 2010s, 2015. Maybe
My favorite part
2016.
about it is there's a scene in the second book. No, it's got to be in the first one. When it's for the end of the first book, A Little Hatred, when they say the phrase "Make the Union Great Again," and
Oh yeah,
it was
yeah.
before. It was before.
It was like a
that,
Simpsons moment.
It was, and I was like,
Oh
damn,
my
that's-
God. Bro. Oh my God. You know who I love though? Have y'all read Sharp Ends? The short stories?
Yeah.
No, I have not read Sharp Ends.
Bro,
got a cool copy of it.
Javre, dude.
Have you read? A
The
lot of people don't even know
Lioness
this
of
exists.
Housekeep. What is it? Mouse.
Have you guys read The Great Change?
No.
So I know what Sharp Ends is.
I know. I was just showing
Check out-
I was just showing my cool,
Oh damn!
my broken
Are
binding.
those
edition.
first printings?
I got first printings.
Nice.
Yeah, check this out.
Dude, those-
check out how good that is.
Those
dude.
never show up in used stores.
Ooh. Ooh, and I hate the cover that I have.
Oh, they're so bad but so good, dude.
Dude,
I love them
those
so
those
much.
covers are so bad. Just
Dude, but they're the
dude-
best.
I don't
dude.
mind them. I don't
Dude,
mind.
just like the arm, just like fucking holding a sword.
But like I strongly
I don't
just
picture this as Mercado. Like,
I don't know why they went with the choice of using like photographs.
actual people.
Like
Yeah.
They were doing. So no, that was pretty big.
It
in
was a
like
trend.
2009.
It was a
like
trend, yeah.
2007. 'Cause
it's
this
like
is-
it's like these the like Theft of Swords does the same thing, and I don't like it on Theft of Swords either.
So
Oh, no.
this
I
is.
hate it.
Oh yeah. So this is a first edition, first printing of Best Served Cold,
Nice.
And see, that
And
does
it
look.
is-
That looks more like how I picture Mercado. In that.
signed, baby.
Damn.
Wow.
Did you get that signed, or was it already signed when you got it?
No, I got it signed last time I saw Joe.
Joe.
Yeah, dude.
y'all
Like,
heard it
so
here.
I don't know if it's because I don't remember. Those books didn't have a hardcover release in the U.S., did they?
Yeah, they did.
They did. Okay.
So these are the American covers.
Okay.
The ones with the real people.
I was thinking for some
these
reason
These are all first printings.
maybe it's the first trilogy they didn't have a hardcover release in the U.S.
I only ever see the paperbacks.
It didn't. No, it had. Here, I'll show you.
I only ever see the paperbacks, and I actually really love the paperback designs for both the First Law and the Age of Madness.
This is a first printing, the blade itself.
Yeah, I hate that.
Okay, now
cover.
what about the Chris McGrath cover though?
God, I hate that.
Because
cover.
there's
So
that
I
one
don't-
too.
I don't have that. I just
Is
have
that-
this.
that's
one.
the
This
one-
is my original.
That's the one I want.
This is my original one from. Yeah, this is.
No, not that one. Hang on, I'll find it. I'll
I
show you.
love this.
Yeah,
cover.
that. So I have those other ones, and my other two are that. But this is my like original. I bought this in high school.
Okay.
Oh wow! In high school?
Yeah.
Holy
Oh, yeah.
shit, that's crazy. Have you ever?
know.
Have you bought? Did you buy the comics?
No.
The graphic novel
no,
or whatever?
No, but I have. So my two like foundational high school fantasy books outside of like Sanderson or Robert Jordan, I still have my copy of. I have this, and then I have Theft of Swords, my paperback Theft of Swords.
Wow.
Was it already Theft of Swords
So-
then, or was it still split up?
No, that was so they came out all together.
Yeah.
So when it got that printing, it was all together.
I think I
But,
saw.
yeah, this is-
I think it was Weston Warnock posted that his copy of the Crown Conspiracy, the original.
Classic West. Oh yeah, I got that. I have all the.
You have
sold
the.
and stuff.
Those are indie versions, right? He
Yep.
he did those
Yep.
indie. That's what I thought.
He sold a bunch of them a couple years ago. He sold a bunch of old ones he had in his house.
I just sent that the Blade itself cover, by the way, to the chat. So that is a version of the Blade itself that was, I guess, a very limited run early on that Chris McGrath did. That is I still haven't read those.
You guys ever read his?
I have not
Have you
read
ever read his YA?
I have not. But he did. That's supposed to be Logan on the cover of that, and like, I've never seen this cover ever.
Oh, I love that one. I love this.
Oh,
one.
that's a great cover.
I never see it. Like, you just never see.
No,
this
I
cover.
have
don't
never
even know
seen
how
it.
you go
I
about
use
getting
this picture. This was my So this is what I sent to my artist. This exact picture for my brand.
Brand?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this.
Oh, I just
first.
realized-
This drawing of Logan.
I just realized that link I sent you is from 2009, and it was a peek at cover art for the upcoming paperback UK release of the blade itself.
So it's UK. It's UK.
Yeah.
Look at the
it's not
look
bad.
at the sheath on this guy, dude. He doesn't even have a sheath. He just has a
It's a
fucking ring.
Don't
He
need
just
it.
puts his sword in a ring, dude.
Runs around with his blade out, dude. That's why he has 9 fingers.
God, I love it. That's not
I,
why.
those books are great.
Do you think Dujak's arm and Logan's finger ended up in the same place?
Probably.
Yeah, dude.
Probably.
Inside of the crippled god.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Damn right.
All right, we should wrap this up.
Yeah.
Let's wrap
I think
it.
we wrapped. We
We're
wrapped
just
up
we're just,
like
wrap
we're
it in
just
packet.
talking now. We're just talking now. What's the word? Okay, if people got this far, I'll be impressed. If you got this far, I want you to say Monza.
Monza.
Monza. Monza. And if you don't get that, you should probably go read some more.
read the first law.
But yeah, no, good episode, guys. Yeah, like I said, I will save the first half hour of this or so. We did talk a lot. But yeah, I just want to make sure we get the Will stuff in there. I feel like that's important for lore.
It is.
I think
Very
people need to know that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think people.
Well,
need
it's going
to
to be
know
a
where
running
we
joke
are.
now. It's like the big pharma thing. It's like the him being rich. You know, teddy bear. That'll be a thing. We're gonna start calling.
Don't even. You're trying
We're
to
gonna
make
start
that
calling.
A thing. You want that to
we're,
be a thing.
We're
You
gonna start
want-
calling
you-
Noah teddy bear. Everybody
no.
call Noah teddy bear on his comment on every video. Hey teddy bear. Hey teddy bear. You know
will
somebody's gonna
remove
do
you
it.
as a follower.
If they got this far, he's cutting
I
it
will
out.
remove you
He's
as a
gonna cut
follower.
baby. I'll remove you as a follower.
I don't give a fuck, dude.
Don't
you
you dare call me a teddy
Never
bear.
look at me again.
Blocked. Like that's hilarious.
If anything, I'm like a teddy lion.
Oh. Are you? What's your astrological sign, Noah?
Oh, good lord.
I don't know what ones are those.
Oh, you're a
So is
Taurus.
Zodiac.
Taurus. Yeah, I'm a Taurus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bull. Means I got a big horns.
I think that's enough for today. All right.
Gang, 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 gang.
What is Will's probably like a Capricorn or something. I think
He's
I'm
a
Aries
Taurus
one.
as well.
I'm
Oh,
an
he's an
Aries.
Aries.
You're a what?
He's an
Aries.
Aries.
Yeah, that sounds dumb.
He's an Aries. An Aries.
What does that
An
mean? What does that
Aryan.
mean? What's your disposition?
I don't know, dude.
Rich?
What?
Aries
know?
are air signs, and they are flighty and bitchy. I think that's kind of.
Yeah. You know,
Aries
privately, I will say I think Will's the bitchiest one privately. Publicly, I don't think he's
100%.
that bitchy.
100%.
I'm not bitchy at all.
You're so bitchy
How
privately.
how am I bitchy?
You're good. Look at this review.
Oh, I don't do that shit. I just share
Well,
stuff
he's
that I think
just-
is funny.
Or sad. You like being sad in the chat.
When am I?
You don't like it. You don't like it. Noah's sad. Noah's the saddest of us for sure. He's like every other day I get a sad text from Noah in the group chat, and I'm like, oh, God. No, it's okay. And then me and Will go on and we make videos that are like, Noah's a great guy, and y'all gotta stop being mean to him. And
Oh shit.
bold, ambitious, and energetic. That's an Aries.
Bold,
What are
ambitious,
the
and
bad
energetic.
things? Impatient, hot-headed,
Yeah, I wanna see the bad
impulsive,
things.
and prone to losing. Their temper, not just losing. Sorry, not prone to losing. That's
There's
my
no
bad.
way it says
Yeah,
that.
prone to losing. No, keep it. It's all bullshit anyway. Just keep it. Prone to losing.
Prone to. Fuck you guys.
If you got this far,
I
say
fucking
Will is
read it
prone
off
to
of
losing.
Google AI, dude. Blame AI. Well, I
So
didn't
now,
read the whole
so
sentence.
we're using AI. So you heard it here first.
I've used
Maurice
Google
Apple.
AI on every episode, I'm pretty sure, and I always say, according to Google AI, because, you know,
Dude, you all can use AI all you want. I don't give a fuck. Just don't send me an AI picture.
no AI pictures. Stop writing your
Yeah,
captions
those
with
are
AIs.
ugly.
Don't write your video scripts with AIs. We know, and we hate it.
And I only hate it because they get like 50, 60,000 views. I'm like, guys,
They blow the fuck up.
guys, he did not write this. He did not write this.
Oh.
It's very obvious.
It's bad for
All
our
right,
bad for
yeah,
our
people don't
society.
know.
It's a bad site.
People
Kurt
don't know.
Vonnegut would be ashamed.
He's chat GPTing in his grave.
All
How
right.
do I fix the world?
How do I fix the-
Look, I'm just saying, I know when your video is an AI script, and I may tell you privately about it. If you do something about it, that's your decision.
I know when your post is written with AI. I know when your caption is written with AI. And I know when your book is written with AI. And we all know when your art is made by AI. Especially
That's
your
the easiest
fucking
one.
your profile pictures. All these people with AI profile pictures drive me
With their
crazy.
drawings. Oh my God.
I'm like,
Oh
and then I think there are people selling logos to people,
Yes.
but they are AI. So it's like you didn't even make it.
I'm really over opening. Someone like asked me to read their book, and I open their page, and it's just literally all AI art.
Oh my
promoting
God.
their book.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even if
I mean,
even if you did write your own book, why?
stop
Is this
cheapening
the
it
decision?
with AI art. Yeah, I mean, I'll just say if I get like an ARC request from someone and it's AI shit on their page, I don't give a shit if the book is AI or not. But if you're using AI art, I won't read the book. So
I'm not even gonna read your ARC request, even if it's not AI, dude. So think what's gonna happen if you come in with AI.
yeah,
He's like, I don't check my request folder.
I'm not taking arcs from randos. What
I
the
have
fuck?
I have an art Google form that I check once a month.
Shit.
That's
The
insane.
cat's out of the bag. That won't work.
That's the
anymore.
influencer game, y'all. That's how he gets emails from Saga, who is the best
Everybody gets
publisher.
emails
Just
from
sign up for
Saga.
that.
They're the
That's
best
not-
publisher, dude.
Well, if you want to, honestly,
They're incredible.
I did not sign up to some of these. I don't know how. Sometimes I'm confused how I get stuff because they're like, and you're like, where did you get my address?
You know when I
Does that ever
started?
happen to you?
I started getting
like-
emails from people pretending to be like New York Times bestselling authors who were like, you kind of recognize their name, and they're written by AI, and they are all the same. They all say the same thing about my book, and they're like, I'd love to interview you. Like, I'd love to ask you some questions about your process because I'm putting together a lot, blah, 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 something. And there's no point. They don't ask for anything. They just
Yeah, I don't
are-
know. I don't know what
I
it
think
is.
if you go far enough in that, from what I understand, eventually they ask for money to like list you.
Will's like, I
on
paid
stuff.
3 or 4 of them, and
It never worked.
nothing's
Oh,
happened yet. Yeah.
Crazy. No,
He's like, I thought I was gonna have a bestseller. I don't know what.
no. It's
Samantha
sold.
Shannon. I was talking to Samantha Shannon,
Right.
and
I was
I,
emailing with my close personal friend Samantha Shannon, and she said she
You
was
call
going to
her
get me on the
Sam.
bestseller list.
Sam
but
emailed me.
I sent her like $6,000. It hasn't happened yet. I don't know.
my God.
I love. See, this is what people are here for. We need to start when this is all over. We just need to have a podcast where we sit and talk about shit like this.
I think so.
Hey,
think
speaking
so.
of sitting and
Love
talking,
this
sitting and
fucking
talking,
stuff, man.
when are we?
Shitting and
When are we-
talking. Glad we
speaking of
heard.
shitting
You.
and talking. That's our new. That's the new podcast.
We all do it
Um,
from the toilet.
When are we doing the? When are we looking at doing the bonus episode for Kaiju? Have we thought about that?
I don't know. I'm still waiting. I just don't want to. I feel like I bugged Matt too much in the last month.
I
He's,
haven't
like,
posted
doing
my
stuff.
review yet, so like wait until I
I
get
haven't
back.
posted anything other than that one video about it.
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I have a review
Let's,
in the wings.
Sometime in May. We'll do it sometime in May.
I'm down.
Cool.
How about that?
Love
Sometime
it.
in May. We are also. I will announce here because nobody's left. Starting in May, I am going to start a second book club where I'm going through Lord of the Rings month by month. And if people want to
Fun.
hop in on that. If you haven't read Lord of the Rings
Are
before, you
you-
haven't reread it in a long time.
Are you just doing
It's like a birthday thing
the
for
main
me.
3, or are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, just the main 3. That's it. I don't want to freak anybody out.
Well, that's actually good
Just
timing.
gonna-
I was
it's
talking
gonna be
to I think it was Britt the other day, who's never read them, and I was like, "We should buddy read them." So that's good timing.
In May, starting May.
Which
Gonna do it in May for my
read them,
birthday.
but it's been,
I'm not
been a minute,
committing.
so.
I'm so sorry.
You don't have to commit. Oh, that's fine. That's
Actually, I've
fine.
been meaning to go back.
Yeah,
and
this
do
isn't
the audio.
I'm not
for
trying to
it,
rope people
so.
into this. I'm just doing it.
Yeah.
Yes, I would like to do. I think I'm going to read the first one and then do Two Towers. I want to do Andy Serkis because I've never heard.
I want to do the Andy Serkis
I'll probably-
audio for them.
But yeah, that should be fun to do because it's been a while since I've read Lord of the Rings. Like it's been like 2 or 3 years. So,
Sweet.
yeah.
All right.
That's all I got to say.
We gotta get out of here.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
Fuck y'all. Bye.
Later.